Have you ever wanted to collect all fairy souls, so you start watching a guide and miss one? Well, that's where I step in to help. I'm going to start off by showing you guys where all 7 out of 7 fairy soul locations are in the barn, so let's get started. So you want to start off by going over to the hub island, and then you want to make your way over to the barn. Now all you simply have to do to get to the barn is that you go over to the hub, and then you start running over to the right, and then you keep running right until you eventually see a green portal which will take you over to the barn. And as you guys can see, this area is the barn, and it says travel to the barn. Also guys, it would actually help out if you did have ender pearls, but it doesn't really matter that much. As you guys can see, I did decide to bring some ender pearls as I thought that would be a lot easier. So the first fairy soul is actually quite easy to find. All you have to do is just e-pole up here on top of this little water building. So once you've e-poled on top of this water building, you just simply have to run all the way over here until you get up to the very end. As you guys can see, there's like a little waterfall area right here, and I'm not too sure if you guys can see it from here, but there is actually a fairy soul just chilling in the corner right here, and then all you have to do is just click it, and then you have found your first fairy soul in the barn. Your next fairy soul is actually up on top of this thing, so what you have to do is just e-pole on top. If I can land the pearl, that'd be amazing, and I missed the pearl. So all you have to do is just e-pole on top of this little barn area right here, and then once you've made it on top of the barn, as you guys can see right here, it's just on the left. Then all you have to do is just click that once again, and then you have found your second soul in the barn. Now let's move on to the third fairy soul. Now to find your third fairy soul, all you simply have to do is just go behind this building, and then you actually enter inside. So as you guys can see, I'm going round, then I go into here, and guys, you have to ender pearl on top of this thing right now, so you're actually inside of it. And then as you guys can see right here, we have the third fairy soul right there. So there is actually 2 fairy souls in this one location, which is actually quite easy to find. Now moving on to your 4th fairy soul, guys, this is a little bit more difficult. All you have to do is just ender pearl on top of this little mountain right here, or you can just run up them. It is actually doable just by climbing up the mountain. As you guys can see, I'm doing it myself. And then all you simply have to do is just keep on going over this little hill right here, and it should be right here to your left. So it's just over that little mountain, guys. It's not really that hard to find. So that is your 4th fairy soul. And let's move on to the 5th fairy soul. So the 5th fairy soul is actually quite easy to find as well, guys. All you have to do is just run over to the next water pillar. So it'll be literally right next to the mountain that you were just on. And then you just run all the way around here, guys. And there should be a little hole in the ground. As you guys can see, there's one right there. And then you just go in, and then you grab that one. And that is the 5th fairy soul right there, guys, which is quite easy to find as well. So there has 2 fairy souls on each water pillar locations. And I'm not too sure if you guys can see that right there, but that right there is our next fairy soul. So all you have to do is just ender pearl straight on top of the building right there. There we go. And guys, we have got ourselves our 6th fairy soul right there. And moving on to our final fairy soul in the barn, our 7th fairy soul, guys. All you simply have to do is just go back to the main area of the barn, take a right. As you guys can see, I'm actually running towards this little water pillar right here, guys. And if I crouch over the right, as you guys can see, you can see the area right there. So that will be where your last fairy soul is. Now, to give you guys a tip of where I would drop personally, I would actually drop right on this block right here, guys, because this one right here seems like the most easiest one to do. So all you have to do, guys, is just jump down and then just hold W. And as you guys can see, we have found our next fairy soul, which is right here, guys, our 7th fairy soul in the barn, which is amazing. And that, guys, is where all of your fairy soul locations are in the barn. So there's got 7 fairy souls in this one location, which is actually quite easy to do, guys. So it shouldn't actually take you that long to do at all. So if you guys did enjoy this video and you did find it informative and helpful, then please be sure to smash that like button right down below, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new to this channel. Join the JTom army. And I would just like to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye, guys.